Hello, everybody. I was going to say we must stop meeting like this. I hope you're a regular listener to this vlog. I'm Toby, the organisation's chief executive, and thank you again for tuning in. I'm going to chat about three things this week after last week when I talked about two, didn't I? I talked about the real living wage coming to us in April. I talked about the work we're trying to do to improve the quality of care for people who are inpatients with us through something called our High Quality Therapeutic Task Force. So if you missed that, have a look back. Now on the screen are the photographs of some amazing people. They may be colleagues of yours. You may never have met them. And last week at the end of my vlog, their names appeared on the Oscar-style Roll of Honour. But I met with all of those people last week as they received their apprenticeship awards. We talked quite a lot about apprenticeships in our organisation. Obviously, nationally, apprenticeships are changing, but they're going to be bigger and more extensive than ever before. But here's the point I wanted to make, having had those conversations and listened to the stories of those people whose photographs you just saw. The sheer scale of individual kindness and effort that colleagues in all disciplines and all ranges and levels and parts of a hierarchy of an organisation are able to bring to making changes for patients that make a big difference, whether it's my colleague Helen, who we met and talked about the memory changes in North Links, whether it's changes being made in podiatry services or adjustments in mental health nursing or district nursing. I was blown away by the individual acts of kindness and ambition. I really hope that in conversations about big organisational changes or NHS policy or whatever else, we don't lose those one-to-one moments of improvement and kindness that people should be intensely proud of. And it'd be a real leadership failure if all of the quote-unquote big changes drown out or drive out even those smaller things that make a real difference. I hope everybody who received an apprenticeship award last week is proud of yourself. I'm certainly proud of you, and I'm sure colleagues are listening to this vlog. Now, the other two things I wanted to talk about perhaps are in that big picture space. One, I wanted to put on your radar the big changes that we are making to replace the Ulysses system. And that isn't just a technical change in our patient safety landscape. This is about making it much, much easier for you to report and raise concerns, perhaps through incidents, but also much easier if you are a team leader or a clinician working in a service to look at data and have it easily available to you across a whole range of facets of patient care, quality, and safety. I think for a long time, certainly the couple of years I've been here, this organisation has struggled with having visibility on that data about the care we provide to our patients. So I think it's really worth us investing time and energy in the move to radar. Practically, that means during March, you will almost certainly, depending on your role, be asked to watch a short introductory video that lets you know what the changes mean for you. But the very short version is it's going to be much easier for you to file an IR1, for you to have visibility of risk registers, and for you to analyse trends and data about the positive things we're able to do with our patients and also the harms that our care gives rise to. So look out for more detail in all sorts of places, but assume now I've put it on your radar that it is a big deal going into April. Out of earlier placements or patients that we look after or have others look after some distance away, often a very long way away, are going to be a huge part of our organisation's conversation over the next 9 months. I guess perhaps more than anything else, out of area placements are an area where the desire to improve quality of care and the desire to spend money a bit more sensibly come together. We've done a lot of work, massive credit to Matt Thomas, to Richard Chillery and to many others on this over the last little while. And I'm very hesitant always to call out numbers for how we're going for two reasons. One, individual patients aren't numbers. And two, if I'm honest, every time I mention it, the situation gets a teeny-weeny bit worse. So look at some of these case studies of what we are doing. You will have the opportunity, along with many others, over the course of the next 6 months to think about how we make a difference to change that. Let's be straightforward. There are patients we currently admit into inpatient wards who would be better looked after in a different place. That would release space to care and skills to care that might allow somebody who's now out of area placement to be looked after here. We know that the length of stay of many of our patients is longer than they would wish and longer than they clinically need in our acute settings. Again, that would release space to care. And of course, we as a trust are going to be investing potentially in facilities like an HDU that will allow complex patients currently placed out of area to be looked after in South Yorkshire. But moving to a position where we do not have out of area placements in such numbers later in the year requires behavioural change by many of us. There's going to be a holding of risk in different places, and we're going to have to reflect on the behaviours that we're able to exhibit as teams, whether that's in how we use seclusion, how we work across boundaries between wards and community teams, or in any other manner of thinking about patient care across the week. A remarkably large proportion of out-of-area placements are initiated in the evening or over a weekend period. So please don't, in the summer, say, goodness me, I didn't know that was coming. This is me with a little bit of a drumbeat of the opportunity to contribute through Richard and through others to the work we are going to be doing on out-of-area placements. But much as this might have been said before, this is the year where, as an organisation, we're going to try and transform care in this particular area. And just in case you think I haven't mentioned any promises, it's Promise 19. You have a good week. Till next week. Cheers.